Okay, let's jump right in. We're going to explore a really fascinating idea today, the concept of cognitive enhancement through sound. Yeah, you heard that right. We're looking at a program that claims you can actually tune up your brain just by listening to something.
So it all boils down to this one big question. I mean, think about it. Have you ever had one of those days where a mental fog just rolls in? You're struggling to focus, maybe a simple name or a number just completely vanishes from your mind? Well, the sources we're digging into today, they propose a pretty unique solution for these, super common frustrations.
And here it is. That solution is called the Brain Song. It's basically a digital audio track, and it's only 17 minutes long. The whole idea is you listen to it every single day, and the goal is to, improve your brain's performance.
Okay, so let's get into it. What is this thing, really? According to the material we've reviewed, it's pretty interesting. Let's break down the concept and who is supposedly behind it all. So, the story goes that the Brain Song was created by a Dr. James Rivers, who is described as a NASA-trained neuroscientist. The program itself is presented as being inspired by real neuroscience, and it's supposedly built from the ground up to help with things we all want. Better focus, sharper memory, and just that feeling of mental clarity.
All right, now for the million-dollar question, right? How does this sound supposedly work? The sources we've looked at point to a few key ideas that are at the heart of it.
The main concept here is something called soundwave neural entrainment. Now that sounds complicated, but the idea is actually pretty simple. It's described as using specially engineered sound waves to kind of nudge your brain waves to sync up. It's like it guides your mind into a state that's perfect for focus or relaxation. And the best part, you don't have to consciously do anything.
But that's not all. The audio track is also said to target something very specific in your body. It's called BDNF, which stands for Brain-Derived Neurotrophic Factor. Now, in the source material, they have a much cooler name for it, the memory protein. And it's apparently linked to some really important stuff, like growing new brain cells, learning new things, and locking in those long-term memories.
So how exactly does a sound supposedly target that BDNF protein? Well, the sources are clear that this isn't just some simple single tone. No, it's described as a really complex blend of different sound patterns. We're talking about things like binaural beats, isochronic tones, and then you've got these specific frequencies designed to get your alpha, theta, and gamma brainwaves going. And each of those is tied to a different mental state, everything from a calm focus to really deep concentration.
Okay, so we've talked about the how. Now let's get to the what. What are the actual benefits that are being claimed here? Let's look at what people are reportedly getting out of this.
This quote from one of the source videos really says it all. It captures that feeling people describe, that sense of newfound clarity, like that stubborn brain fog is finally just gone.
And apparently, it's not just about the brain fog. The list of reported improvements is actually pretty long. We're talking sharper focus when you need it, being able to recall names and details more easily, feeling calmer, less stressed, and even just not feeling so mentally drained at the end of the day.
Now, it's really important to talk about the timeline they mention. The sources are pretty clear about this. While, some people might feel a difference pretty fast, the really big, consistent results, those are said to come after a few weeks of listening every day. It's like you're giving your brain time to adapt to this new kind of stimulation.
So, you might be wondering, how does this actually fit into your daily life? Well, according to the sources, the whole process is designed to be incredibly simple.
The daily routine is basically just 3 simple steps. First, you find a quiet spot. Second, you put on your headphones. And they say this is really important, especially for the binaural beats to work. And third, you just press play and listen. That's it. No complicated meditation, no need to concentrate on anything special.
And the time commitment? It's just 17 minutes a day. That's it. It's designed to be this small, super manageable habit that you can easily squeeze into your morning, maybe on your lunch break, or even as part of your wind down at night.
And to get people to even give it a shot, the creators offer what they call a satisfaction or no-risk guarantee. Basically, it means you can try it out, see how it feels for you, and then decide for yourself if it's actually doing anything.
Okay, now this next part is super important, and it was stressed in every single source we looked at. There's a huge warning to only get this program from the official website. They're really clear that there are low-quality fakes floating around online that don't have the right frequencies, and because of that, they just flat out won't work.
And all of this kind of brings us to our final big question. Look, the Brain Song is just one example of what seems to be a growing trend. And it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? As we learn more and more about the human brain, could something as simple as listening to a sound become a totally normal, mainstream way for us to stay sharp and focused? It's definitely a compelling thought to leave you with.